The Fall of Babylon, the Decline of an Ancient Power. Babylon, a city that once stood as the shining beacon of ancient Mesopotamia, today lies in ruins, a testament to both human achievement and the transience of power. Once a marvel of the ancient world celebrated for its grandeur, influence, and ingenuity, Babylon's story is as much about its rise as it is about its fall. What caused this mighty city to crumble into history? In this video, we'll explore Babylon's remarkable journey to greatness, the cracks in its foundation, and the factors that ultimately led to its dramatic decline. Let's delve into one of history's most fascinating tales, a story of ambition, triumph, decline, and lessons that resonate even today. Babylon's history begins thousands of years ago in Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization. Nestled between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, the city's location offered fertile soil, making it a natural hub for agriculture, trade, and early human settlement. The first golden age of Babylon emerged under King Hammurabi, the brilliant leader who established the Babylonian Empire in the 18th century BCE. Hammurabi's legacy is synonymous with law and governance. His code, the Code of Hammurabi, is one of the oldest known legal systems, uniting the kingdom under a formal set of rules and cultivating a sense of order. Babylon flourished under his reign, becoming a political and cultural nexus. However, it was centuries later, during the reign of Nebuchadnezzar II, that Babylon ascended to its zenith. Nebuchadnezzar II, who ruled in the 6th century BCE, transformed Babylon into the jewel of the ancient world. He oversaw massive infrastructure projects that reinforced its standing as an architectural and cultural wonder. The famed Ishtar Gate, brilliantly adorned with glazed blue bricks and depictions of mythological creatures, symbolized the city's grandeur. And then there were the legendary Hanging Gardens, considered one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. Whether their existence was real or a product of myth, they captured the imagination of people for millennia, cementing Babylon as a place of extraordinary beauty and achievement. But it wasn't just about appearances. Babylon was a hub of innovation, governance, commerce, and cultural exchange. However, for all its splendor, cracks in its foundation were beginning to emerge, cracks that would eventually bring this golden city to its knees. No empire is invincible, and Babylon was no exception. Its decline began not with a sudden catastrophe, but with a series of internal struggles that weakened its core. After Nebuchadnezzar II's death in 562 BCE, Babylon was left in the hands of weaker rulers. These successors lacked his vision and leadership, leading to political instability. Power struggles and palace intrigues plagued the kingdom, undermining the cohesion that had once held the empire together. Without capable leadership, Babylon began to falter. Economic issues compounded these problems. Babylon's wealth had always relied heavily on agriculture and the trade networks that ran through it. But mismanagement, overexploitation of resources, and interruptions in trade destabilized its economic footing. The empire had grown large and unwieldy, and sustaining the infrastructure that had once symbolized its power became increasingly difficult. Furthermore, internal divisions added fuel to the fire. As the empire expanded, managing the diverse cultures, religions, and people within Babylon became a mounting challenge. Dissatisfaction simmered among those who felt neglected or oppressed by the central authorities. These divisions left Babylon vulnerable and paved the way for outside forces to take advantage of its weakened state. Babylon's location, central to its rise, eventually became a liability. It occupied an enviable position along major trade routes that connected Asia, Africa, and Europe. This allowed it to flourish as a bustling trade hub, attracting wealth, knowledge, and diverse cultural influences. However, this same prime location made Babylon a target for ambitious neighboring empires. Its fertile lands and strategic position on river plains were irresistible to outside powers. Babylon sat at the crossroads of ancient geopolitics, and as Babylon's internal strength waned, rival civilizations began eyeing it as a prize ripe for conquest. By the 6th century BCE, Babylon was no longer the only dominant power in the region. Other civilizations, including the Medes and Lydians, were rising, creating new dynamics in Mesopotamia and beyond. Among these rising powers, one stood out for its ambition and capability, the Persian Empire. Led by the brilliant and charismatic Cyrus the Great, Persia emerged as a formidable force. While Babylon struggled with internal instability, the Persian Empire was growing stronger, propelled by its innovative governance and strategic brilliance. Cyrus's vision extended beyond mere territorial conquest. He sought to unite cultures and strengthen his empire through tolerance and integration. And Babylon, with all its wealth and prestige, was firmly in his sights. In 539 BCE, Cyrus the Great launched his campaign against Babylon. What came next was a masterstroke in military strategy and political acumen. The Persians systematically outmaneuvered the Babylonian forces, exploiting their weaknesses with precision. One of the most striking aspects of the Persian conquest was the near bloodless capture of Babylon, an extraordinary feat for the time. This wasn't just luck, but evidence of Cyrus's strategy. He was prepared not just to dominate, but to win the support of the people in the territories he conquered. By presenting himself as a liberator rather than an invader, Cyrus gained the trust of Babylon's population. He capitalized on widespread discontent within Babylon, portraying himself as a champion of religious and cultural freedom. This was critical in a city with diverse religious sects and ethnicities. By respecting local traditions and deities, Cyrus ensured that the Babylonian people saw him as their legitimate ruler. The conquest of Babylon marked a turning point in ancient history. It not only marked the decline of one of the greatest cities of antiquity, but also the beginning of the Persian Empire's dominance, a power that would shape the course of history for centuries. The story of Babylon's decline is rich with lessons that remain relevant even in our modern world. Leadership matters. Under capable rulers like Hammurabi and Nebuchadnezzar II, Babylon thrived. But under weak leadership that followed, the city crumbled. Strong, visionary leadership is essential for sustaining societies and empires. Resilience and adaptability are equally important. Babylon's overdependence on limited resources, such as agriculture, made it vulnerable to both economic strain and shifting circumstances. Their inability to adapt economically put the city at a disadvantage, while mismanagement of trade networks created further instability. Unity is strength. Babylon's internal divisions, whether political or cultural, left it fractured and vulnerable. For any civilization, fostering a sense of shared purpose and cohesion is vital for maintaining stability. Perhaps the greatest lesson from Babylon is the transient nature of power. Even the most magnificent empires are not immune to decline. The cycle of rise, zenith, and fall seems almost inevitable in human history, underscoring the importance of learning from the past. Though Babylon fell, its influence endured. Its history, culture, and innovations left an indelible mark on the world. Babylonian astronomy, mathematics, legal systems, and art continued to influence civilizations long after the city's decline. Its achievements remain a testament to the heights humanity can reach. But Babylon's legacy also serves as a cautionary tale, a symbol of human ambition and the consequences of ignoring the signs of decline. The city's story is not just about its fall, but about the timeless challenges of leadership, sustainability, and resilience. Was Babylon's fall truly inevitable? Could stronger leadership or better choices have prevented its decline? These questions linger whenever we study lost civilizations. History doesn't provide definitive answers, only insights and patterns from which to learn. Babylon's story reminds us that civilizations are built on fragile foundations, and maintaining them requires constant effort, vision, and adaptability. For curious learners today, its history offers both inspiration and lessons for navigating the complexities of the modern world. Babylon's fall was not a sudden event, but the result of interwoven factors: weak leadership, internal fragmentation, economic mismanagement, and vulnerability to external pressures. Its decline is a powerful story of ambition and eventual ruin, a narrative that highlights the universal truths of power, resilience, and human history. Though its mighty walls have long since crumbled, Babylon stands eternal in the collective memory of humanity. Learning from its rise and fall allows us to better understand our own place in history and the responsibility we have to shape the future. As the ruins of Babylon fade into the sands of time, their echoes remind us of both the heights we can reach and the risks we must guard against. For all curious learners, This is a story of history's enduring lessons and its astounding ability to speak to the present.